while. But the thing here is this. I ain't done a traffic accident since probably, I can't even tell you the last time I've done one, but here's the thing. And you walk over here with me, you give me your opinion. And we're probably going to have even more and more of this as, time goes on. She stated that she went to the side of the road and she was going to back in here, then she changed her mind and she wanted a parking space over there. So, he's not, my thing is this. The law says you're allowed to pass somebody, but you have to do it with due regard, obviously. But the thing is, she stated that she was pulling out.
Here's the other thing you got to think about too. Okay, there's no place for her to pass. This is a one-lane road.
Right.
You have parking space
for him to pass. Right.
For him to pass. There's parking spaces on either side of the road.
Right.
Okay. So technically, there's no place for him to legally pass.
Okay.
Okay. But.
I got everything I need for this report. Scene clear.
Which I don't have a problem with that.
Here,
I don't have a problem with that.
Female starting 14301, 14301. Where are we going to Mercy Medical?
Yeah, I meant.
I'm gonna have her come back here, and we're gonna and she give her side of the story, and I'm gonna have him give his. Thing is he start butting in, and I immediately, we don't put up with that.
No,
go over there, sit down, and be quiet.
Okay. Yeah, I would say the best thing to do. That would be my opinion. I would say the best thing to do would be have 85 come down here real quick and just look at it.
Okay.
He's gone all the way through accident reconstruction.
Right.
He's more qualified than both of us put together. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. The thing is.
Yeah.
It looks like she started pulling in that parking space. You seeing where her back end is? And then she said she changed her mind and she wanted to pull across the street. And this guy maybe not paying attention, not seeing
Here's the question though. How far in the parking space was she?
I don't know. I can't determine that. I don't know if she had already backed in, started halfway backing in, changed her mind and then whipped it back out. I was going to let her tell us, but then he started interrupting. So
42 on B.
14 standby on that. Unit 42.
Yes, sir. If you would, as soon as 85's done doing that transport, can you just have him pop over here real quick on 3rd Street?
10-4, sir.
And that's how you do that.
Yeah, right. And the thing is, I didn't want to seem like I was taking anybody's side. Cause all I asked her, I asked her one question. I asked him. I says, hey, how far were you in the parking spot? She said, well, I attempted to pull in, but then I saw something on the other side of the street, so I wanted to pull out, and that's when he hit me. And then I spoke with, so then I'm going to speak with him, and that's when he chimed in. I'm like, sir, stay on the sidewalk.
Are there any other witnesses?
No. He's a security guard for Gossers, but he was inside. He didn't see anything. So to my knowledge, there's no other witnesses. It's just him and her. So before I did anything else,
you got a whole bunch of things going on here. One, how far was she in the parking space?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
If she pulled like this and then just decided to go that way and never got off the roadway, then ultimately he's going to be at fault because you can't pass. It's a one-lane road.
Right, it's a one-lane road. Right. Which I have no problem with.
I would say, have 85.
Kind of peruse it.
Have him look at it and see what he thinks.
Okay.
That would be my opinion.
Okay. And I don't have a problem with that.
Again, it just depends on. Was she in the parking space? And then decided. What does he say?
I haven't really got his statement because the husband started butting in. So I want before I got their official statements, I wanted you to hear.
Why don't we wait till 85 gets over here, so he can hear both stories,
okay.
and just get his opinion,
okay.
And then just act like you're doing something till he gets
right.
over here.
I'm taking down there because my computer.
Yeah, do that, and once he gets over here, then I'll step out because make sure we get everything on camera.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks, Darren.
Yep. No, ma'am, you do not.
Line 5-6. I'll be 10-6.
7 will be.
1806. 7.
Yes, sir. Have 85 come to B for a minute.
7 for sir. Car 85. Right. Yeah, our channel B for unit 42. Car 49, car 49, respond to 516, Roland Avenue Northeast. 516, Roland Avenue Northeast, check the welfare. 1807. A 19-year-old male with special needs. Henry Harper, 28 South.
Yes, unit 42. Hey, when you get a chance, or as soon as you can get a chance, can you just pop over here and just take a look at this accident real quick, get your opinion on it?
The complaint is going to be standing by the mail at the house. Where are you at?
100 block of 3rd Street Northwest. It's kind of a goofy situation. Could go either way, but I'm here because there's a high-level official involved. Break. But car 58 is going to handle the accident. We just want to get a more better look at it from a traffic standpoint.
Yeah, 10-4. Can't count my ending mileage out at 13th at the Memorial Park is going to be 14303, 14303. She was dropped off. I'll be en route to that location. 10-4, sir. A36. God. Earlier, Polo was a gray two-door vehicle. That's clear. Is that all you had? You didn't have like make model, 4-door, 2-door, anything like that? That thing is there was just a gray two-door vehicle. 10-4, thank you. Your engine number is going to be 04405. 04405. complete photos. 1813.
You got any OH2s back here?
I don't have any of that stuff.
No? You're like me, huh? I know. Okay.
He's on his way over.
Is he? Good.
Actually,
oh,
right there
right
he is.
Here. Good.
It's actually leg, but that'll work too.
Even
'Cause
better. Even better. I mean, I figure like this.
I thought what's his name was on, but apparently he's not here today.
Okay, no problem.
So
you know what? Like I said, it's been a while since I've done it. So
since he don't have a camera, I'll get out while they.
Okay. Knock you out. Right. Here's the deal here, man. It's Mayor Maslin. And I made her husband go up on the sidewalk. I was Gary threatened to arrest him if he hadn't listened to me. This is the deal. I get here. This is what I'm looking at. This lady goes to the side of the street, attempts to back into the parking spot. Well, she doesn't. You know what? I'm not. Don't quote me on that one. She said she pulled over there. Now, whether she actually put it in gear and attempted, she didn't say that. Anyway, she then changes her mind. I'm not gonna pull in a parking spot. I'm gonna shoot across the street and park in one of these.
Okay.
He's coming down the street, assumes that she's back into a spot or stopped. He goes to go around her. She pulls out and he hits her. But now me and Sarge was talking because, like I said, I already threatened him. I didn't threaten him. I told him to get up on the sidewalk, and if I was gonna have to tell him again, I was gonna tell him, look, because I already told him once. I'm not gonna tell you again. Stay up there. You're not gonna.
Why don't you listen to the stories?
Right.
I'll just stand back with the camera and observe everything.
That's fine.
And then you can give him your opinion.
Right.
So.
Right.
Okay.
I wanted her to tell her story.
Okay. Absolutely.
You know.
That way you can hear both of them because
Right.
it's kind of a catch-22.
But my thing is this: she throws you to Mayor Maslin out there. This is a traffic crash. You being a mayor has nothing to do with it. And that's
no.
why I call for
And
you,
if she's at
so.
fault and she needs a ticket, then
Exactly.
so be it.
Right. You got your camera in there?
That's all right. I'll get everything on this.
Oh, you want to do me a favor? If that's the case, Sarge, step to the front so that we can get.
I'm gonna get everything.
Well, I'm gonna have. She can't get out until I have him pull away. So
Okay.
I'll let you get everything first on camera before I have him do it. Right over here in the park after we got everything. You good, Sarge?
Yeah, come here for a second. Did you happen to notice which way her wheels are turned?
Yeah, it's turned like she's backing up.
Yeah. Like she
wheels-
was pulled it and she was backing into the
Her
spot.
wheels, your wheels aren't that canted if you're gonna, unless you were.
I mean, her wheels are canted all the way like this, like she was going to back up. If that's the case,
that's what he
regardless,
said.
that makes him at fault.
She's backing up.
Yeah, because she's pulled. It's a one-lane road. She's pulled up, okay, and then she has to back into a spot. He's got to wait. He can't go around. It's a one-lane road, and they specifically said it's back-in parking only.
Yeah, it says it right
I mean, so she's in. She
But
occupies.
Don't you, as a person backing, still have the duty to assure that you don't have somebody to strike in the rear? Wouldn't that be improper backing?
Hey,
I'm just asking. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm gonna have her come out and give her statement, and then we'll
And
go
that's
from
why I
there.
would have her write it down.
Yeah, just have him do.
Write it down. And
Write
then
it down
to
and-
that point, run it past.
Yeah, that's what I'll
and
do.
then if you have to.
Sir, do me a favor. Come on over here. I want you to park right there. Ma'am. Have him cut his wheels to the right, to the left. Have him cut his wheels that way. Just pull forward a little bit that way. That's good. I mean, yeah, you're gonna scratch it. You're already up against it, so real easy. Go that way. know what? Hold on. I got a better idea. Hold on. Stop. Just wait 1 second. Here.
Back up.
Cut your wheels this way.
There you go.
I don't think his tires against that door. It's only going to turn so far.
Well, just have him. Just make sure your car is.
Put it in drive. I mean in reverse. You're not back up. Real. Okay. Come on, start coming back. A little more.
You're good.
Come on. You're good. Okay. Cut your wheels all the way this way. Just let him get out from over there. Well, let's just have him get out the way. Pull it right here. Go ahead and park, sir. Alright, we'll have her get out and give her account of it or whatever, and then him.
Hey, you want to grab some statement forms so they can start working on them while we're doing this? That's kind of a.
I would, if it was mine. I would definitely just have them write statements and figure it out.
Yeah. I can just see now she's going to back into him.
Well, that'll be a different accident.
Yes, it would. Because there's just one of those. It's kind of like, it's like, imagine it's like this right here.
Yeah.
And you pull up, okay?
Here's the deal. If you're backing up, it's the same as pulling forward.
Mm-hmm.
As the operator of a motor vehicle, you have the due regard to make sure there's nobody, especially if he's in his lane of travel.
Well, she's already in that lane of travel. She's backing from that lane of travel into a parking spot.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, exactly. He's getting some paperwork. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
She's in her.
That's fine. You can stay there. You're fine. All right. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna have you write a statement. We're gonna have him write a statement, and then we're gonna kind of review this a little bit later because of the new situation. This is kind of a new thing for us, the diagonal parking and all that. We do have a couple concerns, but I'll voice that to you later once I have a chance to investigate this more. This is Officer Legg. This is afternoon shift sergeant. I just want you to tell your side of the story now.
Well,
Hey, Legg.
first of all, I would like to request, and I shared this with this officer, I would like him tested for alcohol.
Okay. Well, that's for us to determine. That's okay. I mean, that's if this officer feels that there's a need to test him for alcohol, then he'll do that. Okay. We don't do that at the request of somebody else.
Would you like me to call the mayor?
You may do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, you can call him, but if my officers, okay, well, that's for my officers to determine. Okay, if they have to have probable cause to test him, sir, ma'am. Okay.
Did you look at him?
Okay, looking at him doesn't mean anything.
His eyes are. I'll just call Jamie.
Okay, well, ma'am, before you call anybody, let's get your side of the story first, so that we can get you freed up. Okay.
I came down this street to go to this fundraiser for John and Edmund Mack.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm thinking about pulling in this parking space right here. My car is this way.
Okay.
I'm not pulled into any parking space.
Okay.
I look and I see this parking space right here. So I said, I'm going to take that parking space. So I'm right like this. I'm not in a park. I'm not like this. I'm this way.
Okay.
And all I did was come around to go to this spot.
So you kind of came back out a little bit back out.
I wasn't even in a spot. I'm parallel.
Okay.
The spots are like this. This is me.
Mhm.
Let me do it this way. The car was right here that you saw that was parked.
Mhm.
I'm right here like this.
Right.
All I did was go like this to go to this parking spot.
Okay.
I'm not in a spot.
Right. So you
Okay.
basically what you're
I'm
saying, you
going
didn't fully
2
park. You
miles
just
per
kind
hour.
of
That's it.
came back out to
Yeah.
go that way.
That's
I
why
understand.
I think we need to have them tested for alcohol is because
Okay.
I'm going 2 miles an hour. I'm right here. I'm in the middle of the road.
Right.
Okay.
And he hits me.
Okay.
And so I don't think I'm at fault.
Okay. And ma'am, guess what? Nobody at this point has said that you are. The only thing we've
All right,
asked,
yeah.
listen to me. I need you to calm down. The only thing we've asked is to do 2 things. One, to get your side of the story and get your information, which I've done. Okay? We haven't passed any judgment in terms of who's at fault, who isn't at fault, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I do share in your concern when you say, hey, I haven't established myself in that parking spot, and because I changed my mind, I should be allowed to move on to the next spot, and he should have to wait. I do understand that, and you may be in fact right, but we need to look at the totality of the circumstance to determine that, okay? And as far as the alcohol, I'm going to get real close to him. If I smell it, ma'am, he'll be given a test,
Well,
no doubt.
he ran down to the drugstore, you see.
Okay.
And he said, I'll be right back. I got to get my wife. And he went down there and grabbed something to drink, which makes
Now,
me
did
even...
this lady who's sitting next to him come back with him?
Yes, she
Okay.
was supposed to pick her up from work.
That's what he said. Okay.
Okay.
And so he went down to the drugstore. He had nothing in his hand, and right away he brings something back to
Okay.
drink.
Well,
which
again,
increases my suspicion.
Okay,
again,
we'll
he's
look
going to
at
have,
that.
my officer's going to have probable cause or reasonable suspicion to give him any kind of test. And if he doesn't give him any of those indicators, then by law he can't test him. Okay?
So, and there's indicators that I have to see,
Yeah.
smell.
That would be like me
Look at
coming.
his bloodshot eyes.
Okay.
Okay,
It
ma'am.
takes more than that, ma'am.
We're going to have
Okay.
you fill out a statement.
Yes, ma'am. It does. It does take more than that. Okay.
In the hospital, it doesn't.
Okay. Well, this is not a hospital. This is where we have to do what the law says. Okay.
If you
I'm going to go back and look it up when I get to my office.
You may do that.
just go ahead and print for me and tell your side of the story from start to finish, okay?
But if I'm going 2 miles an hour...
Ma'am, I can't hold court out here. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No,
I'm not saying you're wrong, but we can't hold court on the sidewalk. So go ahead. You just told me your story verbally. Now we want you to put it on paper, okay? Okay. All right. Now you understand. I called you, right?
Absolutely. That's fine.
Okay, sir. You want to come on out and talk? I want to talk to you real quick.
Leave your cigarette in there, sir, please. Okay, so what happened?
I was going to pick the wife up. I was in a hurry, and I didn't put a coat on or whatever. And I was coming down here. She pulled in front of me. I couldn't come over this way because there was a car parked here,
Okay.
and I couldn't stop. And that's when.
So let me ask you a question. So was she stopped when you went to go around her, or was she moving?
No, she pulled right out in front of me.
Okay.
She was right there.
I wonder if there's a camera on this store. Go ahead, sir. We're listening.
She
More or
was
less.
right there. She was right there.
Was she
and
in? Was she in?
pulled out.
Let me ask you a question. See how those cars are parked in the parking space?
Right.
Was she parked like that, or was she just like kind of like sideways, still straight with the street?
No.
No, she wasn't straight with the street. She was parked.
Yeah, was she parked like those cars? Was she
Yeah.
coming out of a parking spot?
Yeah.
Did you see her come out of a parking spot?
Yeah. And
Okay.
and then she said she was sorry
Excuse me.
because she was moving from here to go over there.
Okay. Let me ask you one other question. Okay. Was she parked all the way in that parking spot, just like those cars right there are, or was she sitting on the side?
No, she was in there.
Yeah, her bumper was
Right.
her bumper was
Okay.
right. We got it on video with that car.
Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. I'm not even gonna do this accident report till tomorrow. I'm gonna speak with the supervision
Okay.
and let them look at the.
It was in there, and when she pulled out, I really couldn't go nowhere because there was a car sitting here,
Okay.
and that's when I tried to stop, and she pulled, and that's when we collided.
Okay. So she was like on the side, but she was facing that way, right?
Right.
Okay. So she wasn't backed into the parking spot.
She was almost in.
Okay. But she was facing that direction,
Right.
She wasn't parked like these cars right here.
Well, let me put it this way: when we got here, before we had the cars moved, is that how she was?
Yeah.
So she wasn't. So her back end wasn't actually in the spot. She was kind of parked where she was when we got here.
Her back end was in the spot. And she pulled that.
And she pulled it out.
Hey,
Okay.
Larry. Larry.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm trying to see where she's got the white.
Go and get up close and personal with him real quick.
Okay.
Just because I thought I might have got something. But
Where was her white scuff at? Where's the white paint from that?
did she hit that car? I don't think this car. This is completely.
So the
they-
white.
no.
I thought
No.
she was up against it.
No.
Okay, I
No.
seen white paint. That's all.
No. She was not up against that car.
That's right.
Be checking on a white female in mid-20s wearing a gray sweater, blue
The
jeans.
reason why I say her eyes are a little red, sir, but I mean that could be from a bunch of things. You don't mind submitting to like a test for me?
By somebody at this location.
We're gonna just have
You want to let Larry?
Hey, absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. Lay, go ahead, take no. Take him through it for me. Yeah. You got it.
Did you get a glimpse on him? Just go on through. I did. Hard to tell. A little bit. Got smooth pursuit on both eyes. Well, from what I can see. Okay. Go ahead and have him have a seat in the car and get him to do a statement. Yeah.
Real quick. I
got contacts in
Yeah,
the
no,
back.
that's fine.
I feel
No, you're fine.
comfortable. I
He
feel
has bad
comfortable
legs,
just having
he
you do
said.
one more test for me.
Did you hear me?
Huh?
Oh, I got that. I can try it.
Yeah, you see the straight line. I just want to see if you can walk a straight line for us, just real quick. You know, I mean, if you have bad angle,
This angle's bad.
just do the best you can. Yeah, I just want to make sure that you can walk straight.
Yeah.
No.
Just have him
This angle,
have him have a seat in the car.
I can show you.
Yeah, go ahead and have a seat in the car, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I saw his eyes. Okay. And I don't know about you, but I saw smooth pursuit,
He had
no
nothing.
bouncing or none of that
His
stuff.
45, even his 45, his vertical, none of it. I mean, there was nothing.
Okay.
Okay,
I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't really smell anything, but then again, I've been staying on this code for a minute.
Well,
so.
it could have been anything that I smelled. I mean, we are surrounded by bars.
Right.
But no,
See, I didn't.
HG
I mean,
here's my
I was
thing.
watching his eyes when you were doing it, and I didn't see
When I went
anything.
through, with the second time I went through the SXTs, was going through the A ride, which is a great class. We get a chance to go through. It's the,
Right.
if you don't have HG,
Absolutely,
So-
that's fine. You
so
can
with
say
case,
that.
I got all the information wrote down. I got everything.
I mean,
Plates. I got everything. So what I'll do.
it wouldn't hurt to discuss with even like Ken Lowe,
Right.
or that way, because he with his reconstruction he might. But I mean, just seeing what I see out here. I mean,
See, I called for car 85 thinking I was getting Wells, and I got you. So
Wells, he called me. No, I said Wells would have called me.
Okay.
So,
all right.
all right,
Let me see your OH3, your what's the name, real quick before I kick them loose.
My who what?
I don't have a what's the name in my car. The OH3.
She's got a whole stack of
No, what I do with my little sketch on. I just need one of those real quick.
OH2, you mean?
That's what I meant. Yeah. Let's say OH3. I meant OH2.
Now, see-
I'm gonna do a quick field sketch before I get out of here.
Why don't you go ahead and have him write a statement? Okay.
Yeah. Right after her, sorry. I think
Okay.
she's done.
Okay.
Yeah, 26.
His eyes exhibit what they call smooth pursuit. So in other words, that's enough right there. If he was under the influence of impaired, the smooth pursuit he wouldn't have, or the stagnant he would have. So we would then proceed further. We got you. So what I'm going to do here is this: I have your information. I have his. I'm gonna take this over my supervision tomorrow. Now, I will tell you this much: the fact that you were stopped on the roadway, he does have to. He can't just go around. The problem is he's giving us a little bit of a conflicting story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over with my supervision, And I'm going to check with Gophers here because they do have a lot of expensive stuff in there. They possibly might have a video camera that actually faces that parking spot, which will work in your behalf. So just so so basically what I'm doing a real thorough investigation. I'm not jumping in conclusions. I'm going to give you and him the benefit of the doubt. Now, if I find out that in fact that you were in fault, I have to have you come in and get a citation. If it's him, I'll have to have him come in and get one. But at least here, we're not jumping in conclusions. I'm making sure that all avenues have been exhausted. Okay? And we did for the alcohol.
I know, but he couldn't even take one step.
Well, the problem is
he's also got a bad ankle. That's why I had him sit in the car.
Lots of people can say that.
Okay, ma'am. The one thing you need to understand. Okay, the one thing that he cannot control and he cannot hide from. Okay, is if he has been drinking. Okay, the one test he cannot do anything about is the HGN. Okay, that is a physical reaction that he has no control over. Okay, he passed that test. Okay, hands down, he passed that test. So, I mean, you can say what you want, but he was given the test and he passed it.
I've been a nurse for like 30 years.
Okay, that has no bearing. That has no bearing on this, ma'am. None whatsoever. Okay, he was given an HGN test and he passed.
What about a breathalyzer?
I have no legal authority to give him a breathalyzer.
Except I'm requesting one. He hit my car.
Okay, that's fine. You can request anything that you would like, okay? I cannot force him to give me a test. Okay?
Ma'am, listen, I have to be honest with you. We don't know that person. We have no affiliation. We are not taking sides here.
His belly? That's a beer belly.
Because he has a big belly,
Did you see
I
it?
should.
He's got bloodshot eyes. He's got a huge
Hey, you know what? No, you know what? We're done here. Okay,
Have a good
we're
day,
done.
ma'am.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
I'll be in touch. Hey, your phone number. You didn't put your phone number on here, right? I didn't do that.
Don't worry about it, sir.
Yeah, let me go. It'll be on the report, man. Let me have your phone number. 418-7398. Well, this is my supervisor, so you can ask him, man.
Okay.
What's that, ma'am?
I want your names.
Sergeant Gary,
Spell that for me.
G-A-R-Y.
G-A-R-Y?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Officer Watkins?
Officer Watkins,
And Officer Libbs?
Leg, L-E-G-G.
That's okay, sir. We're not gonna. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. I mean, you're right.
What'd you say?
Sorry?
L-E-G-G?
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
No, I'll check on that, sir. Go ahead and just fill that out for me. Thanks, Sarge.
I'm not done.
This is what I had to deal with as soon as.
I
just asked one question.
You know what? Everything's on camera, so.
All right. Just go ahead and print that, sir.
What's that?
Were you here when that guy jumped off that?
Mm-mm.
We had a guy last summer. Went up to the top level.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Just walked up to the top, looked around. Somebody's
You heard about the guy with Nixon, right? The parking deck right there on 3rd Street?
Yeah.
They're walking down the sidewalk. The guy hits the ground right beside him.
Well, that's what somebody did. Some lady was out here and she said
No. I mean, Nixon's in uniform, going to his cruiser, and the guy lands on the sidewalk right beside him.
Oh no! But can you imagine? She said she was walking through, and the other lady was standing over here.
I'm taking it he didn't make it.
No, she said he looked both ways and then just took a leap. And when he leaped heading down.
I'm gonna let's go ahead and get our cruisers out of the way. I'm not gonna leave until he's done.
Is that down at the end of the street?
I want to see if we got video here, and I'm gonna speak to one of my supervisors about this arrangement, and then I'll call.
Hey, I'm gonna move our cruisers out of the way. Let's go ahead and move these out of the way.
Anthony Perry's her husband, and this is Yeah, that's everything she
Okay.
gave me.
Yeah. I'm good with it. Have a good day. I can't believe how cold it's been.
It's supposed to snow tonight.
17.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow.
My buddy just sent me a picture of him at his pool. He lives in Florida. 81 degrees. So you're missing out on all this fun.
Why is she still here?
I don't know. When you're done, sir, at the very bottom you'll have a spot for you to sign too also. Yes, sir. Are you done? Okay, sir. Here, let's switch it up. Here, you gave him a full 210.
Okay, you need another one?
I gave him mine for right now.
Do me a favor. When he gets ready to leave here, follow him out of here.
Okay.
Because I don't know why they're still sitting around here.
Her?
Mm-hmm.
She's on the phone.
And him. So just
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? He's fine. I just don't want them. Yeah. She's probably calling the mayor, which is fine. I don't.
Okay to go.
She's already been told she's free to go.
I was just gonna make sure she knew. Maybe she didn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Network terminal cars complete. 1843.
You know what I'm wondering? How long it's going to take before I get that phone call?
15.
If it takes that long. You know what though? Hey.
There's absolutely no.
Nope. Cause I got closer.
I was just inside the car.
I got closer to him,
Yeah.
and I didn't smell it.
Like I said, I was leaning inside his car just now, and there's no smell of alcohol. I can't. I mean, I'm only 4, but I can't remember many winters much worse than this. As far as the way it's
Hey, you know I messed up today.
What's that, Sarge?
I should have my long johns on.
Me too. Me too.
Did you hear what Lex said? It's supposed to get down to 17 tonight. Oh, and Lex said he just got all up inside the car, and he was all up like up in like this, and he didn't smell nothing.
I didn't smell it.
No.
Yeah, I didn't smell it. And really a beer belly? Are you kidding me?
That's when I said we're done.
Sorry.
We're not gonna. No, I don't care who she is. We're not gonna put up with that.
Have you ever heard such a thing?
No. And you know what? I hope the mayor demands an investigation so he can see the video firsthand.
Right. And you know what? Believe it or not, I asked her one question. What happened? And I think I said, well, did you see him coming as you were pulling out? And dude, her husband was like, then all of a sudden, he just want to come over and start directing. Well, he's at fault. He did this, he did that. So, sir, well, you're not here, so go over there. You know?
Here's his.
All right, so we're good then?
You have his driver's license, insurance card, and his exchange of information.
Okay.
No, I don't have any. No. I didn't have him exchange.
No. I mean, just a report number.
Now he has insurance, but his card is expired.
Okay.
So
Either way, I just need if you have one of them exchange.
Well, I didn't get him a phone number yet. I was gonna call and give it to
That's
him.
fine.
Just tell him I'll call and give it to him. Can you give me his?
Can I help you?
I'd like to add something to my statement.
Okay. Hey Larry, she wants to add something to her statement. She wants to add something to her statement. Yes.
456-3244.
Okay. Call it out.
Yeah, make sure that's. Oh, I wrote.
10-4, sir. On all minutes, 6505.
Just let him know I'll call him with that information.
I will. Tell him.
Okay. Do you have her statement?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She wants to add something to it, if you don't mind.
Okay. Right here, ma'am, I did write your phone number, so you can just write on whatever side you want to add something to that.
Hey, why don't you do me a favor? Back up a little bit so he can back out, because he's a little close to her vehicle.
Listen, I understand.
Very careful. Thank you, man. And like I said, I'll be in touch with you tomorrow, okay?
Follow her out of here.
Why don't you have him hold up just a second?
Get out of here.
Report 04408 to dispatch 1731 on scene 1747.
Well, and again, obviously, after we get here, everybody changes the story, so we got to figure out who's telling the truth.
Change the story to her husband guy.
Correct. Well, either way, I mean, like I said, she wrote a statement, you wrote a statement. At that point, we're gonna, see if we can find hopefully some cameras.
Just what was her original story before we got here?
She was going to park there.
But what did she say to you when you guys first had contact after the accident? When you guys hit, what did she say to you?
I got out and I goes, ma'am. She rolled her window down. She goes, I'm sorry, I was going to go over there and park.
What?
Okay.
Exactly what she said.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. She goes, I'm sorry, I was going to work.
All right, sir. Well, like I said, the other officer that's doing the investigation will be in contact with you, okay?
I had nowhere to go.
Right. Right. Absolutely. All right, sir.
Okay.
Try to have a good evening.
All right. We done, guys?